I'm Bob Braine, and this is George Jackman. He's a fisheries biologist, and Rebecca Swadek, she's a botanist. She works for the Parks Department. And, you know, in my work, I use a lot of botanical things and a lot of, and I'm really an avid angler and an avid amateur ichthyologist. People really connect to the water. We were comparing notes earlier, and we're talking about some of the Santeria stuff. We found, you know, along the water, a lot of icons. Like I found Barbie dolls wrapped in electrical insulation and various things. George has found things in the Bronx, right, that are
St. Michael statue.
Yeah.
Or a St. Barbara. You know, is so I wouldn't disturb him. I don't necessarily believe in it, but I don't disturb it. So I don't want I don't need any bad karma. So I just leave it in place.
I found a really awesome carved wood totem that had, basically somebody had taken a log and chopped it to create little benches all in a circle, and then there was this guy sitting there shaking his fist, and then this beautiful wood carved totem out of Pellet Bay Park. It was amazing. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
So one of the things that I wanted to at least accomplish today was, you know, we're looking at this is a geo-referenced British headquarters map from 1782 and reference to Google Maps. And it shows where Tibbetts Brook used to dump into the Spuiten-Duyvil. I had proposed making these kiosks into the past. So basically you take like an electrical transfer box and you put a fish tank in there that would be basically show you what animals would have lived here. You could even do a terrarium, you know. You put it behind like inch-thick polycarbonate, you know, or something, and you maybe have like, you know, a little water feed and a filter or whatever. It would be a complex thing, but you know, people would walk by and they'd see this very, you know, pedestrian kind of form, but there'd be something alive inside of it. We're in Spuiten-Duyvil Creek right now, right?
And this is where it was blasted to?
Yeah, they cut it, and that's how, you know, Marble Hill has, you know, a Manhattan zip code. So right now, we're here. We're on Kingsbridge, we're here. So if we look down 230th Street, over by the bank there, and near the U-Haul, this was a northern circling arm of the Spuiten-Duyvil Creek, and this is where Tibbetts Brook would have dumped into it.
That guy, white snakeroot, it's Adriatina altissima. It's a nice woodland plant, but actually one of the few native ones that we've seen, or that we've passed.
See, that's what I think all the time. When I think about proposing an artwork for somewhere, I always think like, you know, you take the architecture here, you even take this, you open it up, you plant it with some spiritina or whatever, throw a couple of barred killifish in there, and you've got a party. I mean, it's totally insane. From one source that I was able to look at, that in the yard of this church is the oldest, largest tree in the Bronx. It's called the Sister Tree, and it's a big sycamore tree. And I'm wondering if it's still there.
You really need fruit on them unless you know them well. But if you see one fruit, a single fruit, it should be a sycamore then. And if you have two fruits, like a cherry, basically if you have two coming down together, then it's a London plane.
It could possibly, yeah. And if it's in fact, you say you think it's a sycamore?
Yeah, it definitely looks like sycamore.
I mean, it could have been a sapling, you know. I mean, somehow when they did all the fill, I mean, they filled it, maybe they left it, you know. I wonder how old it really is.